Settle down. Settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
Do we? Well, that was quick.
Beautifully
What happens
done.
if you fail these spells? Fail the wand work. I've never tried it. Where are you? Oh. No? Okay.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making excellent use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. Deke tells me you captured a unicorn and brought it back to the Room of Requirement. Protecting so rare a beast is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Yes.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Oh wait, is that it?
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
How is that still there?
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone...
Alright. We're finally here. Where, what are we doing?
I thought my owl might pique your interest.
I came as soon as I could.
I'd been so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the triptych?
I've no idea, but perhaps they're searching it, the way they did Rookwood Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We need to see what they're doing, but let's not draw their attention.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
What do you mean, after me? Where are we going? We going down here? Oh, I think we are. Okay.
Quietly now.
There they are up ahead.
I'll let you lead.
Goblins will finally rule over wizards.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Oh, it says
Ranrock's
so.
loyalists are out for blood.
I feel like avoiding these guys is going to be a huge mistake. Oh. That's not where we want to be. Let's see.
Petrificus totalis.
Hello?
Sebastian. Okay, well, he's stuck.
You will regret coming here.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
Was that your best?
If only Ranrock were here.
Help me.
Bombarda.
You can stop me.
Expelliarmus. Crucial. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Defender. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Crucial.
Won't get away with that. This doesn't hurt. What's the point?
Expelliarmus.
All of Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work.
Alright, well, didn't go as planned, but... Aha, what do we got? Thanks. I don't like that. Gear slots are full. Are you absolutely kidding me right now? Okay. I suppose.
This is going well.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
You know which one I'd choose?
I deserve better than patrol duty.
What do we got up here? Is this the cave that we're looking for? Nope. There are spiders. I hate
We're
this
making quick progress.
already. Oh, uh-oh. No, 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 no. You seen us.
Over a bacon and mushroom stew.
For better or for worse, we're in.
That we are. I don't have the pulse. I mean, I can quickly get it.
One less human to worry about. Oh! Shit.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
Oh, wait, what? Can I? Oh. I'll take those. Please don't fall, Sebastian.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider to prey on.
Oh! Snake and spider. Okay. Oh.
Confringo! I feel as though you're not even trying.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Bombard!
I will make you pay.
Expelliarmus! Defendo! On the other ground now!
Expelliarmus! Crucio!
How many Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. They definitely think there's something here they want.
Let's see where we've got.
Confringo! Bombarda!
That ledge is awfully high. Any ideas?
Ooh. What ledge? That ledge?
Wingardium Leviosa!
Just one. Alright, I'm going that way. Oh. And of course I went the wrong way. Hey? Oh. Alright.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Around here that can help.
Oh, shush you. Where's that ledge?
Quietly now. It's no wonder spiders give people goosebumps.
Could be the hairy legs, or the soulless eyes, or the venomous fangs, or any number of endearing qualities, really.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
What was that? Alright, not the way I needed to go. Just a little sidetrack.
Smashing.
Should have thought to conjure stairs.
Where is this? I kind of hate this. I feel like there's a spider fight coming. Oh! Glorious.
Confringo. Bombarda.
Oh, hi.
Expelliarmus. Defender. Crucio. That spell got my attention. Bombarda. Expelliarmus. Defender.
I am apparently. How do I?
Confringo.
No, okay, nothing there.
We're making quick work of them.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
She would at that. Ranrock's loyalists have all but declared war.
Oh, oh.
Silence as a Lumos.
Lumos.
Confringo. Lumos.
Alright. Let's go in
Lumos.
here first. See what that is. Oh. A Halfling. Please do something.
Lumos.
I guess we'll never know.
We must remain unseen.
Ooh, gold dragonite. Oh.
Lumos. Confringo.
I hear something.
We've still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment.
An unwelcome distraction at that.
We have another fight on our hands.
Why am I not surprised?
Bring me a dozen humans to battle. Take them all. Run the other way when they see me, humans do. Every time.
Alright.
One there. But again, I beg.
Bombarda.
I can do this for hours.
Expelliarmus.
This will not go well.
Defender.
I won't rest. You almost had a lucky shot. This is almost too easy. Is that it? I should defeat you no matter how you chase it.
Bombarda. Expelliarmus.
Get it.
We're not finished yet. Crucio. Defender. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
That's the big one.
Expelliarmus! Crucial. Expelliarmus! Defender!
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Confringo!
Alright, so that's a box. Do we need that box? Probably.
Now. We can have a look around.
Wingardium Leviosa!
Oh?
Confringo!
A rune symbol above the cavern door.
Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
So that's two. Ah, there it is.
Confringo!
I wouldn't be surprised to find a couple more runes. Wasn't expecting that. What do you have there?
A journal entry by Isadora.
Hopefully it will help us unravel more of this mystery.
Alright, well that's a mirror. That's probably going to take us back.
Sebastian, I think I found something. A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still, something about this place feels odd.
Revelio.
There's a chest up there? Or is that... Oh, no.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isadora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she was using the Undercroft, and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols? And ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham, another of the Keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's are some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw eye to eye on how this magic should be used.
This is all rather baffling. Let's take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps... This place is odd, to be sure. But I'm fascinated by it. Now, for the and now for the moments of truth.
It has to fit.
Alright. So the Undercroft is starting to make a little bit more sense, but it's still kind of...
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble. I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Marrenweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Why would I listen to someone so ignorant?
Perhaps your uncle was right about you. You don't know when to stop.
Oh, I do know when to stop. Unbelievable.
Oops.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
I mean, hopefully...
And don't feel sorry for Ominous.
Sooner
Keeping this
than
to
later.
ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own
Oh?
good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I feel like we just had this
I'm
conversation.
not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
Nope, nope, nope.
Those references in the book seem...
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
Alright, so we done here. We might be done here. is this? Finally.
Hello there.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I mean, I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. I mean, well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
How do you do
You
it?
said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
Fair enough.
Lodgok is waiting. Shall we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Thank you for being willing.
You are very welcome.
Lodgok is...
Of course.
Resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Oh, shush. What is this? Oh, I can't go in there yet. Okay. Alright. So let's see. What you got?
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
Ah.
You said this would repair the chasm between the two of you. How did you not expect him to react this way?
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals. Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind. Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves. He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here
he's...
comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lodgok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, bagaglio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
I can, Sir Lodgok.
Just Lodgok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen. Either by the eye above the enchanted door, or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
I'll meet tonight.
I will await you.
All right.
I shall see you soon.
So, I had a feeling that was it, just because of the eye.
The door is looking at us.
Oh.
Books so rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected. I'm quite good at sneaking about. You'll see. I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
Down we go.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine.
Stop it. Oh, I can't get that other one. Okay, well. Oh, this kind of reminds me of Green Gods.
I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
Accio.
Alright.
We need to be careful. As I'm sure you know, not all goblins are as friendly as Lodgok, to say the least.
Oh.
Watch your step round here. Oh, could do with a nice mushroom stew about now.
See if I can take out one guy.
Matter of time. That's right. Hello? Someone's here.
Expelliarmus! Defendo!
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through his safety, Armit. You have my word.
I'll be quiet.
Oh, you might have his word, but I don't know about mine.
We're being watched. By a door.
Yes, you are. And I like phase through that door. Oh. whether there is a way up there.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let me go back.
Wingardium Leviosa. Accio. Confringo. Flipendo.
How could it be switched?
Accio.
Wait, no?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Here we go. Right, now we can continue.
Let's take a look around, Armeet. See if we can find any plans.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic? They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
Alright, well, let's check. Oh. Is this place empty?
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
Yeah, that would be a bad idea.
Like I ain't got nothing better to do.
Over here! Let's get this over. I won't rest. You're making this too easy.
Expelliarmus.
But I'm better.
Accio. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Defender.
You won't get away with that.
One less human to worry about.
Alright.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Accio.
Ow.
Defender.
Meant for me?
Crucible.
Oh no, not in Leviosa!
Expelliarmus. Confringo.
Back to the bed.
Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
I will
Accio. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Think you're clever, don't you?
Defender!
Oh, this heating is too much.
Stay close. I've handled much worse.
Another boiler. This place
Confringo.
is more complex than I had expected.
I can't carry. Oh. Can't carry any more potions. I thought I'd used them all.
Another schematic. What are they going to build? This mine is too small for whatever it is. There must be more notes around here.
Oh, you got
What could they be building?
Revelio.
As I thought, there is a way over there. I just don't know how to get over there. Oh.
Accio.
Did that open? No. I mean, I suppose it's fine. I can't carry any more.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
Let's see.
Lumos!
Oh, hey.
We're close to a breakthrough. I can feel it.
Oh, that's Alright. Sneak up on this guy.
Petronius Totalis.
If I can, I want to get this guy real quick.
Little mooncock.
Ow.
Kill you when I get down from here.
Crucio.
Finish me. I won't rest. Nice and
Expelliarmus. Bombarda.
Pity. Not quite.
Red up, will you?
You're weak, human.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Bombarda. Bombarda.
What is it?
Expelliarmus.
Such arrogance.
Crucio.
That's
Defender.
Back for the fist.
Expelliarmus. Confringo. Defender.
Rubber and white coming back this way.
Bombarda.
Let's get it. Why don't you come up here and fight me?
Crucio. Expelliarmus.
well.
Accio.
Missing something.
Fringo!
There we go.
Accio!
That was not worth it.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
And now we reverse track.
There must be a quicker way out of here than retracing our steps.
I agree. Oh.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
I'm glad you came with me, Amit. Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here. Hello, Hamura.
Does this take me where I need to go? Or rather, does it take me where I want to go? Maybe. It does not. Oh. That's fine. Hopefully I can find a way back in here. But I can do that later.
We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
And cue the goblins. Or not. Alright. Hopefully.
Can we please talk about what just happened?
No. You have 5 seconds.
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I...
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday. Without further ado, adieu.
He said that sentence weird. Is it just me? Okay, way to apparate. You're not even supposed to be able to do that yet.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me.
Oh?
When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear or disdain. But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open it. She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Oh, he's so slow. Probably a reason for it.